Dexter Season 6 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you are caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching Dexter, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case, you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be Dexter Season 6, Episode 5. The title of this episode is called The Angel of Death. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode a little bit earlier today. We started off with Dexter, who's taking a look at the wings that were on the victim at the crime scene that we last left off with. We see Geller and Travis Marshall are praying, and Geller says, "Eyes on God, not me, but what if he thinks you are God?" Masuka tells Dexter, "Briefing room, now, your sister." Mike Anderson is going to take the lead on the restaurant because that's where the victim worked. Soderquist looks on from the background. He's wearing his purple polo, and I'm wondering when he'll get his time to shine because he certainly can do this job. He's the longest reigning detective. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I'm just saying. Masuka has a new intern. His name is Lewis Green. It's not a female, and he doesn't have big boobs. So sad. And Masuka asks Lewis for help regarding the ice truck killer mannequin arm. Quinn asks Deb about the ring that he gave her, and Deb says, "Fuck me in the ear. I never gave it back to you." Yes, Deb, he should be able to fuck you in the ear after that. What the hell is fuck me in the ear supposed to mean? Deb calls Jamie and wonders if she's seen the engagement ring. She hasn't seen it. Dexter has to watch a video on art repair as he goes to the art museum, and he ends up seeing Travis Marshall in the video and knows now that Travis works at the museum. Dexter is called to a crime scene by Mike Anderson. Dexter figures out what happened pretty quickly. 2 victims, double homicide. It's murder-suicide, basically. And Mike Anderson figures out right away that Dexter is pretty talented. The dead talk to Dexter. Travis Marshall, while out and about, sees a newspaper headline with Geller as the Doomsday Killer. Because of this, Geller wants to get out of sight. Dexter finds out Travis Marshall's name. Brother Sam comes over to Dexter's with beer. Reminds me of Miguel Prado. "Hey, Dex." Well, he doesn't say "Hey, Dex." Deb would say Dex. But Sam checks to see how Harrison's doing, how thoughtful of him. And Dexter tells Sam, our brother Sam, he actually saw his mother died. He tells him that whole story. Brother Sam tells Dexter that there's no darkness that light can't overcome. Travis Marshall was going to abduct a female, but people see him trying to do it, so he runs off, leaving her behind. Dexter ends up going into Travis Marshall's apartment with his amazing lockpicking skills. He's neat. Everything is right in place, just like Dexter. And Dexter understands the urge to end somebody's life, but what is this fascination of ending the world? Batista and Quinn go to visit Professor Porter, who worked directly with Geller as she was his teacher, his TA, for a year. Deb has a chit-chat with Mike Anderson. Quinn wants to fuck the college professor, Porter. Batista doesn't really like that idea. Deb brings her work home with her. Harrison comes to say hi and gives her a hug, and then Jamie freaks out at Deb hugging Harrison with all the pictures of dead bodies around. She did find the ring and gave it to Deb. It was in Harrison's toy chest or something like that. Travis Marshall has actually hit a couple. I don't think they're really a couple. It's like their one-night stand, but they're acting like a couple while in a car with Geller, and puts the female in the trunk of the car. Batista sees a box labeled Geller at Professor Porter's place when he goes to pick up Quinn the next morning. He sees some crazy drawings in there, amongst other things. And then we have Dr. Michelle Ross goes to the station to have therapy sessions with Deb since she hasn't come to her yet. Deb tells Dr. Ross that the shooting didn't bother her, but everything since then has been fucked up. Deb and Mike Anderson go back to the crime scene of the 2 victims that Dexter and Mike Anderson were at. They talk to the landlord, as Deb wants to rent the place, and then she gets a better deal, and Deb agrees to be the new tenant. And she already knows about the murders, and she's willing to take the place at a third or whatever I don't remember the exact price, what it is, but it's a deal compared to what it was listed at. Lewis tells Masuka that he actually erased the proof about the mannequin hand from the station's computer, so they can't tie it back to him. Dexter hides out in Travis Marshall's vehicle and gets him in a choke position with something around his neck and says, "Drive this way, or he'll kill him." And he says that Travis Marshall says that Professor Geller talks to God, but he doesn't. He has that what's the word I want to use here? That gift. He tells Dexter Geller does the killing, and my nose all of a sudden, or under my nose, is bothering me. Sorry, it's my coke habit. And then Dexter says, one way or another, Travis will lead him to the one that deserves to be on his table. Geller says Travis is trying to run from God. Here we go again. And then the episode ends, shockingly, with Brother Sam being shot 3 times when he returns to the shop. In my first viewing of this episode, I remember specifically going, wow, that dog isn't acting crazy. The dog must know who the perpetrator is. So that is the episode, and I guess my mustache is making my nose itch. Something from when I had surgery on my nose, the septum surgery. Like, it's very, when I feel things touching my nose, it affects it. And that, for some reason, it is bothering me now, but whatever. Or it's all the cocaine I did before I did this video. Anyway, another lackluster episode of Season 6, like most of these episodes are. As far as the score of the episode, it feels like I have, like, spiders crawling in my nose right now. Like, right here. I don't know. I'll give the episode an 7.8 out of 10. My character of the episode, I am torn between either Mike Anderson or Quinn. I'll give it to Mike Anderson since he's a new character. Jesus Christ, this is really annoying. And my female character of the episode, which she's usually the character of the episode, is Deb. I'm hoping to give it to Jamie at some point, but for now, it's Deborah Morgan again. So, did we even see LaGuerta in this episode? I don't think I remember seeing LaGuerta, and if we did see her, it was very brief. So, anyway, you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn. If you're a fan of Dexter or Dexter New Blood and like this content and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, make sure you smash that like button. Share this video with anybody that you know that likes Dexter or Dexter New Blood. I know some people don't like some seasons of these shows. I understand. I hate this season, but I'm still reviewing it. Sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are as far as how many times that I've itched my nose in this video. Jesus Christ. I'm going to really go to ham on it after this recording's over with. Tell me, what is wrong with my nose? How much cocaine do you think I did before I did this video? Let me know what your score of this episode is, your favorite moment of the episode, your character, male and female, of the episode. And last, but certainly not least, you're watching the video anyway, so don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, share your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return. Hopefully not to itch my nose anymore.